I think of myself as a composer, and I have written music that I now call Harmolodic.
Remove the caste system from sound.
You know, you were talking about the beyond the caste system. Well, I think the first thing beyond the caste system is everyone's personal belief. Everyone has that, and yet they're not able to exercise that because of the survival of collective knowledge. Because basically, education is taught to you in a uniform way, and you are graded that way. In other words, the education that's very expensive, someone has to know that you know something. But the education that's not expensive, no one has to know that you know it, but you, right? That's very homilodic. The only truth that exists in Harmolodic is the will to do it without you trying to being uniform. Like the alphabets that gives people meaning to names, to directions, and to intelligence, Harmolodic is a word that can be used in a way where it's serving more than one purpose for a person. It is not something that destroys. It's more something that makes things grow, makes things more clear.
Not a week goes by where I'm humming this melody in my head, thinking maybe I've written it and that I should go tape it, and I realize I'm humming Lonely Woman again. It's as though it took over part of my mind. I mean, it's just one of the most haunting, beautiful melodies I've ever heard in my life, and I still, incredible. I became aware of Ornette when I'd been going to NYU, and I would go to every place that Ornette played. There's Billy Higgins, Don Cherry, Charlie Hayden. What an amazing, amazing bunch of musicians. It opened my mind up to a whole other way of doing melody and the harmonics involved in the melody, and I've tried to work that into some of the things I do. And of course the free jazz improvisations, like I tried to do that on guitar with feedback and all of that stuff, and that was a direct result of hearing Ornette.
What I'm trying to do with music is to use it as like its energy. When I mean a sequence, it's something that has the same design, but anyone uses it. You see that pattern right there? This is a sequence, but not like 1 and 1 is 2. It's like a sequence like if you open up a window and everything flies out the window.
And
So the Earth is a sequence. It's probably the real one.
I guess there's not too many people these days who are in disagreement that Ornette Coleman may very well be one of America's greatest composers, especially since he's composed music outside of the mainstream in ways that were prototypically fun, and that he would dispose of standard European musical formulas and create his own language, which is what America's always done anyway.
When people speak of harmony or keys or chords or melodies, everyone is using those titles to express to you something they are doing with sound. Every harmony or every melody, every chord doesn't really mean that's what it really is, because you can interchange them anytime. You can make a harmony a melody, or a melody harmony, and so forth, right? So when we were working on removing the caste system from sound, that's what we're really saying, is that if you listen to Irish music or Chinese music or African music, everyone leaves out something to make its identity more stronger than another. So if they actually eliminate the casting of limitations, they will make a better music and have a much warmer human relationship to sound. Anyway, I'm writing this cruise song right now.
Yeah.
So, if you tell me the initial of everyone's name, what's your initial?
M.
The closest, that's a B.
W.
That's another B.
E.
Oh, that's a real word. That's a real note. I.
Yeah.
I is an F.
P.
P is a flat. What is the last name? S. Oh, that's G. So that's G flat.
A.
Oh, yeah, that's another number. Okay.
And C.
Oh, that's good. Oh, but da 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 da. I mean, it's not like that. But if you get an instrument, there's a real melody there.
Harmolodic.
Ornette, I think, is a genius, but he's a gentle genius. Once he told me that his life was just waiting for the next phone call. I thought, wow, what a sweet and unassuming way of describing his life. We broke a vase, and people just picked up the broken pieces and promised to meet in 10 years' time to put the object back together again. The act of coming back together again works as a healing, I think.
Harmolodic is a real usable word. For one thing, it doesn't have any gender. It's not a word that means man or woman or black or white or right or wrong or good or evil. It's just a word like a color.
you like blue and I like gray, we're not going to have an argument about what you like and what I like, because if we take all our clothes off, we'll be naked.